Hey everybody, this is Pastor Dustin recording for TeamNerdChurch.com, and I am running the exact same list that you have been seeing, with the one exception is that there is, let's see, I'll play, a non-basic land in there. I've got Nykthos to see if I can power some stuff out. This is not a hand I'm wild about keeping, so I'm going to mulligan that. That's also not a hand I'm wild about keeping, but I'm also not big on the idea of mulliganing to 5. So I'll keep that. Go to the first main and then play a mountain. End turn. I got in trouble on Friday Night Magic where this deck did not do well. I went 1 and 3 with it. And one of the reasons was because I kept a hand that was just 5 mountains and a Goblin Rabblemaster, and I did it because I did not want to mulligan 5. So we'll see if this is going to be a repeat of that, or if this is going to be a more legitimate keep, since there are 2 threats in it as opposed to just the 1, and also because it is a more explosive threat. If he does not have some sort of answer to this, I get a Thunder Smite on that, which is going to be awesome. I might even be able to play an extra spell there. Alright, so he's got a Kiora's Follower. Okay, so this very well might be a ramp deck. There's his 3rd land. Nothing with the 2 mana. Okay. Well, I like it. Oh, I really like it. Holy cow, do I like it. Alright, I don't care that I play nothing off of this Prophetic Flame Speaker. What I care about is the fact that I am just ramming a ridiculous amount of damage through. Alright, now the fun part, we count. Alright, so we have 4 Devotion, so that means it's +8, so it's a 9-3 double striker. That's right, folks. 9-3 double strike. So it's 18 coming through, so he can get a 2, or he can get a 4, and there's his follower. So take 16. Got trample. So I will exile a Lightning Strike and an Eidolon. And I will pass the turn. Alright, so he's at 4. If he kills this, I have Lightning Strike, which brings him to 1. So even if the worst happens, I really just need to draw another burn spell. Alright. I don't see how I can lose at the moment. Those, of course, are famous last words. Go to combat and send them through. Alright. Greatest Claw is a sorcery. Okay, so sideboard unlocked. This is where I want to bring in the Searing Bloods to bring down his mana production. And I think he's got a lot of threats that actually are 5 or less. So I want to bring in the Conflagrations. And then I need to take out 6. So I'm going to take out the low drops and try to make it a little bit more of a controlling kind of build. I'm going to try that. I played one of the games that I feel like I really should have won just because it's a good matchup for me, is a ramp deck similar to this, and that was the one that I kept an irresponsible hand on with 5 lands and a Goblin Rabblemaster. Okay, this is fine. And I think the reason that I lost it is because I didn't play it defensively enough. And it's weird to think of playing a Sly deck and taking out all of your 1-drops, but I think that it's correct here. I think that you just try to hold down their mana production like this, and then you answer the first couple of threats, and then by that time you have built up enough devotion to where you ram something through. So here, we'll just start with the Searing Blood, and then next turn into Rabblemaster Break Through the Line Thunder Smite. Alright, so what does 3 mana buy him? Alright, just 2 mana, so he's got another Satyr or something of that nature. Alright, Kiora's Follower and a Mystic. Okay, so he is going to have something for my Goblin. I ended up drawing a Swift Spear. Not what I was hoping for. I could try to ride the Swift Spear with a Thunder Smite if I wanted to get aggressive here, which might be correct and might not. What I do know is the Goblin Rabble Master is going to get a token blocked, but then after that he's going to start getting a lot bigger. So we will do it like this. Cool. Alright, so next turn I can, with 4 mana, I can break through the line and then Thunderous Smite on the same turn. I can Swift Spear, break through the line, make Rabble Master unblockable. I can break through the line, Bell Strike. Okay, well it still produces tokens. That's fine. Hey, another Rebel Master. Awesome sauce. Okay. So I think that's correct here. And I could play a Swift Spear just to make him block the follower with it, which I think might be what I do just for mana efficiency. I'm going to have enough to do with my mana the rest of the time, where it's not a tragedy that I'm losing this card. So I'll get the Swift Spear, and I'll get the Rabble Master. With the Rabble Master over here. Thank you much. And attack. Okay. So next turn, I get to break through the line. If I don't draw any mana, I can make a Rabble Master and just one more token unblockable. So I'll get through for 5. If I do draw another land, I can break through the line and Thunder Smite and make the Goblin Rabble Master unblockable, which is what I hope to do. So he's starting to get a fair amount of land up. Yeah, I can also break through the line and then Eidolon. The nice thing about putting Eidolon down is that it shuts off him playing his dorks. I don't have to take that much for Thunder Smiting, and I can just pump the rest of my mana into my break through the line. But before I do any of that, do I want to try to get him with the Rabble Master? It would take out a follower. I think I might. Yeah, I think that might actually be correct. Yeah, I'm going to try it. And I know this is kind of a weird attack here, but I do have another Rabble Master over here that's going to continue to pump out tokens. And so I'm not going to have any trouble having a token to put a Thunder Smite on. Okay, so he still takes a ton of damage. Whew. Okay, so move over to the second main phase. And I will happily play a Breakthrough Line, which will help me get my stuff through. Then I'll get an Eidolon, which will make any dorks he plays painful. So he can only play one more spell that is small. He can play one thing that he can ramp to. So he's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mana up. If he gets out, yeah, I guess it really doesn't matter what land he draws. He can get up to 7. Hornet Queen, do not care. Breakthrough the Line does not care at all about Hornet Queen. Yeah, that's cool, man. That's one of the things that I like about this deck, is that it just completely ignores Hornet Queen. Alright, so first main, make a whole bunch of guys unblockable. 4. Alright, so there you go. That's how that deck can just railroad that sort of thing. So I hope that you guys enjoyed watching it. There's going to be this week's service on after this one, and then in a week from now, there's going to be the service of a scripture that we talked about, which will then be 2 weeks prior. So check both of them out. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. This has been Pastor Dustin recording for TeamNerdChurch.com.